right, guys, I'm going to record the notes on kites so the sub can play it. And I am going to have you, one of you or the sub, pause the video if you need extra time on a slide, because, sorry, I'm not going to go real slow. Okay? So the properties of a kite, this is going to be on 44B. You need to put this in your spiral. And I'm about to collect the spirals because we finished quadrilaterals after this set of notes. So please make sure that you do these so that you get these summative points. All right. A kite is a quadrilateral with the following properties. Exactly 2 pair of consecutive sides. So here and here are equal. And these two are equal. There is one line of symmetry on a kite, it would be here. Draw that in your notes because it will help you to realize that when you draw a line of symmetry, you're cutting this angle in half and this angle down here in half. Now they're not the same. Okay, this one might have been a 60 and you made 30 and 30. And this one might have been a 40 and you made, when you cut it in half, 20 and 20. Okay, but those are the same. The other thing that is true, I'm going to draw another kite over here, is that because there's a line of symmetry again, oh, that's badly drawn, but you get the idea. Because there's a line of symmetry, there's also these two angles before we drew in the diagonal were equal to each other. All right. Then when you draw in the diagonals, I guess I'll do a third one here real quick. When you draw in the diagonals, it's important you know they make a right angle and this little one is cut in half. The other one is not cut in half, okay? So it says there's exactly 2 pair of consecutive sides. 1 pair of opposite angles are congruent. That's this picture. And the diagonals are perpendicular. All right, moving on. So we go straight to examples. The thing you need to know here is that anything with 4 sides, any quadrilateral, the angles total 360. So if we have a 360 minus 43 and 85, we have how much left over? I better grab my calculator. $360 minus 43 and 85 is a leftover 232 degrees in this quadrilateral, and there's 2 angles that are going to make that. Well, because of that line of symmetry, these 2 angles fold over and match up. So this is 2x, if I want to call it that, or I'm just going to divide this by 2 and get 116 degrees. And that's got to be 116 here and 116 here. So that the whole thing adds up to 360. Because the only 2 that are equal are the 2 on either side of that line of symmetry there. All right. In this picture, the line of symmetry would go down the middle this way. So, well, I didn't mean for that to be solid here. I thought I picked this one. There we go. The line of symmetry is down the middle there. Scooch it over a little. So there's another 80, these 2 are equal as well. There's another 82 because this would flip over and match here. So we have J is 82 degrees. Then how are we going to find K? And for K, they do want the whole thing up here, this whole angle. Well, it's 4 sides, so it's 360 minus 82, 82, and 71. 360 minus 82 twice and 71 once leaves 125 degrees to be angle K. Be careful, don't ever get anything over 180 or you should notice that you did something wrong because we can't have angles over 180. All right, number 3, we have a 37 is the only thing given right in here, okay? But it should fold over and match with this one over here, so we should have another 37. And the other thing we know is that these diagonals make 90s, so we should be able to take out this triangle right here. Slide it over here. Say this was 37. This was 90. So then we can find this up here by doing 180 for a triangle minus a right angle minus 37 leaves 53, I think. Yeah, to be that angle up here, which would be this one. All right, let's see what they ask us over here. PTQ is this little green, so that's 90 degrees. The second one they ask us, PQT, PQT is in here, which is actually the same as this one that we found, so that's the 53. And then I'm betting they're going to ask us this whole thing. Oh, maybe not. QRT. Oh, QRT is this one, purple one in here, and we found that to be 37 degrees. Okay. If they had asked us, guys, this whole thing at PQR would have been 53 plus 53 or 106. I thought they were going to ask us that one. All right, this is just like the one we did then. There's a 59 here, so there's also a 59 here. There are 2 or 4 actually 90s in here. So we can find this little angle right in here because it has a triangle, so it has to add up to this green triangle. Has to add up to 180 because it's a triangle. So if I move it over here, it had a 90 and it had a 59. So if I do 180 minus 90 and 59, I believe I'm left with 31. Let me double check that. Yep, that's right. So this one is 31, which is this in here. So this guy right down here is also 31. All right, let's see what they ask for. GDE, GDE. Ah, interesting. That is the whole thing that I talked about in the last one. GDE is all of that. So that one's 59 plus 59. DEH. DEH. Let's see if I highlight DEH. It's that one corner up there, which was where we found a 31. And DGH is the same thing down on this end. DGH is this one, so it's also 31. All right, this time they're going to go with the whole smear. So this is 52. This one across from it's 52. This is 65 up here. So there's another 65 down here at angle 4. All of these in here are 90, so that makes angle 3 90. Okay, and then everything else comes from the triangle that it's related to. So this triangle right here, if I take that one out, it has a 90, it has a 65. So if you did 180 minus 90 minus 65, that would be 25 degrees in here. So these are both 25. And if I took this triangle, which I didn't draw well, but it works, and I moved it over here, it has a 52 down here and a 90 here. So to find this one up here, we can do 180 minus 52 and 90, which would be 38. So angle 5 is 38, and angle 6 is 38 degrees. So you should be able to put those in the blanks, okay? Angle 1 was 25, 2 was 25, 3 was 90, 4 was 65. Where was 5? Well, 5's up there at 38, 6 is also 38, and 7 is 52. Hopefully you can see that. And it says we can skip number 6. It's more of the same. And then we get to something with lengths, and you're not going to be real thrilled with these because these require we do Pythagorean theorem. So WX we're told is 14. So there is another 14 over here because it's a kite and it folds over. And then we're told WR is 8. So we have a little right triangle in here. And what we know is that we have an 8 and a 14 up here. And we're looking for eventually, well, they asked for RZ. Okay. So it's the same as RX. I should have drawn it differently, but I'm not going to go back and do it. This is X, so this is also X. All right, so we have a leg squared plus leg squared equals hypotenuse squared. I'm going to subtract to get the X by itself. And then I'll go ahead and show the calculator for this one. But you should be doing 14 squared minus 8 squared. So 14 squared minus 8 squared is 132. And then we're going to have to square root that. 11.5. And I think that's all they asked for. R to Z is just one of those. It's not both of them all the way across. So RZ turned out to be 11.5. All right, they're gonna make us do another one of these. Let's see. AC, oh, interesting. Okay, if this is 38 all the way across, I'm thinking we might need to divide that in two and put 19 in that piece and 19 between E and C here. Because then it says E to D is 41. And they want CD, which is this piece here. Again, this is a 90-degree angle. So if we take this triangle out, I'm going to go over it real quick. Take that one and we slide that triangle out. It had a 41, a 90 here, and a 19 here. We are looking for this side. Well, it's across from the right angle and it's the longest side, so it's the hypotenuse. So we have leg squared plus leg squared equals hypotenuse squared. This time we can just type all that in at once. So we're going to do 41 squared plus 19 squared. I hope I remembered that number right. And then we're going to square root. Whoa, I always push the wrong button. Square root that previous number at 45.2. Did I do the right numbers? 41 and 19? Yes, I did. So we added these together and got a big number, and then we square rooted that number. Big number was 2042, and it was 45.2. So CD was 45.2. And we had to use Pythagorean theorem. Anything involving sides in here is going to use Pythagorean theorem. All right, so that's it for the notes on kites. Now you're going to have a worksheet to work on.